Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, September 24th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice here that price has stayed within a very narrow multi-day range. Over the last 5 sessions, been very narrow. Over the last 10 sessions, have been narrow. Even more than 10 sessions here, you can see there's been a compression signal on a 10-day basis for about 5 days now. So I mean, it's been a very compressed situation overall over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And as I like to say, compression leads to expansion, whether it's expansion to the upside or expansion to the downside. Sometimes it can be in both directions. For example, a breakdown followed by a rejection and a continuation to the upside. So again, this compression right here may signal that we could be having an increased state of volatility here pretty soon. Maybe 130 points of range could be seen over the next 10 sessions. And again, you know, trading around this 3,000 level here, 130 points down would take us to about 28.70, which would be right at the 200-day right here. So that'd be a quick move right back down, and it would be in line with the 10-day forecast there. If we take a look now, just really quickly at this key level right here, the 2980, that's going to be the most important. That's the level that continues to show strength. Bulls continue to defend this zone over and over and over again. However, at the top end of the range, there's also bears defending. This is the previous highs here. And if these bulls don't get paid, the stops will come out, and that's when you see a stop run to the downside. So again, keep an eye on that 2980. Over here, taking a look at the NQ. You'll notice with the NQ, very similar price action over here, 10-day narrow range as well. If we do break free from the narrow range, we could see about 400 points of range over the next 2 weeks. Again, from 7,800, a break of that level, 400 points down gives you 7,400. If we measure to this high here, 7,900, then 7,500 would bring us right back to the 200-day from there. So at the moment, we're seeing a little bit of signs of failed highs of the previous session's highs. So you can see right here, this morning's overnight high is above the previous session's high and back below it now. That could be an early indication of rejection for a continuation down. ES and NQ are both showing that tendency right now in intraday trading. If we take a look at crude oil, here's crude. With crude oil, again, major gap on big geopolitical news events there. This thing came back halfway into the gap, but is holding the 57 quarters, 58, continues to trade around that zone. 58.07 is the FOMC key level from a few days ago. It continues to chop around that. And I mentioned before, you know, the last week of September into the first week of October, that tends to be the top, or that tends to trigger selling pressure on a seasonal basis for Q4. We tend to see an up move from August into September, and there tends to be a move like this before there's a move like that. So the August to September seasonality played out nicely. We have ourselves a very strong top. That's about as strong a top as you get right now. You see absorption off the right edge, failing to get back above 60. So this could be a fill of the gap coming up pretty soon, back toward 55, with a shot to see a rotation back toward 50 half over the next month or so. So again, keep an eye on 60 here. If it gets through 57s, that could be a big continuation down to fill the gap. Taking a look at gold futures now. Actually, for gold here, this one right now is trading just 20% of average range. It's got 4.7 points of range today. You can barely see the bar. It's that little tiny cross that's trading right on the previous month's close. It's trading right on top of it. 29.20 is the previous month's close. 15.29.20. It's right on that level. I mentioned yesterday that the fact that price pushed through 15.20 is very bullish. If it can get through 15.29, that could open up a rotation higher. So again, this market right now continues to push up, is holding within a very narrow range at the moment. Any pullback could still be a buying opportunity, but right now the fact that 14.90 held at the LVN at the previous month's mid and on the pullback phase of this uptrending channel. That all suggests that more upside is ahead unless 1490 gives way. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.